You can't escape walk. No matter what you do, you can't escape walk. You must walk. If you don't walk, you die.
You're welcome to the Niger Conversation. My name is Afolabi, and it's good to have you with me again. Today, I have with me Mr. T.I., also known as
SNT Louis, Treasy St. Louis. My people, what's up? Welcome to Niger Conversation.
the Niger Conversation.
Welcome to the Niger Conversation with Afolabi. My name is SNT Louis, popularly known as SNT Louis, the guy who makes the best music in the world, as you know. Balenciaga on top, on God.
This is all going in.
Enjoy.
Just so you know. We've started.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah. At the phone. I catch you vibes now. Hear my music. Go and listen.
Okay.
What's up now?
So, I just noticed something that when you were saying your name, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Because personally, I've been saying St. Louis.
It is.
Oh, I thought you liked SNT Louis.
SNT because like it's also catchy, but it's SNT because it's like it spells SNT, but what it means is saint.
I know.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know because is it SNT or is it St. Louis?
I move. It's on. You can call me saint. You can call me SNT. As long as that's saint SNT. Yeah. As long as the Louis is there, no problem. You know me. You know who it is.
So saint.
Yeah.
We both grew up in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see saints, we all know what that means. Where did that name come from?
Honestly,
yeah.
I just I've always been making names since I was a kid for myself. Random things. I used to call myself Lord Rivik. I call myself Lord Rivik. I don't know where it came from. I call myself Woy Small. For St. Louis.
Yeah.
The full meaning of St. Louis means holy famous warrior.
Oh.
So, and I like a lot of I watch a lot of action films and stuff and manga and stuff and where they are doing a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
So, for me, I look at doing work as the same thing as fighting in like stories.
Damn.
So like if you're a warrior, it's like kind of like you're a hard worker. That's what I see it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like okay, famous hard worker, famous like so it's supposed to mean like what the name is supposed to mean is like somebody who like just is like who's about his job. Who is about his job and is good at his job. And because of that, he is famous for his work.
Before we put this out, can you trademark this SNT Louis?
I mean, honestly, I don't think so because there are places called St. Louis. There's a location.
SNT Louis though.
Oh no, I'm definitely going to trademark that.
I think you should.
I don't know how to though.
What about like your domain name, website, and all that?
I just the stars right now. Just putting music.
But I think you should because once this goes out, I mean, your stuff is already out.
Yeah.
Your Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and everywhere. But I think you should because that's deep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, that explanation you just gave is deep. It's not like some people just be like, oh yeah, they just my guy just called me Lil something and they just
Yeah.
Damn.
Thank you.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I didn't have any expectation, but that was impressive. So, we both went to the same college. That's
UWP.
It's UW Platteville.
Hell on earth.
I need to rep Platteville more.
I need to rep it less. God.
Why?
Man, honestly, that place was just like. Damn.
In the middle of nowhere.
Guys, since I graduated from secondary school, I've just been going to places that are just so secluded and I don't like that.
Really?
I don't like the fact... Well, actually, I've grown to like it because it means I can leave and go and catch vibe and come back to my private space.
Yeah.
But man, Platteville was a different beast too.
Because you spent 4 years.
Yeah, I did a year in the UK before coming here.
Yeah.
And I was in a place called Bath, but the good thing about that was that about the UK was that you could just take trains and go anywhere.
Subway, yeah.
To see my friends, to see my family.
Nice
Flights, guy. And before you even get the flight, you have to get it
to the
an hour, bro. True. And I don't have bar like that, so.
Yo, I remember when I did orientation for Brian, that guy was like, yo, next week I'm out of this school. Next week I'm transferring, bro.
Well, that guy is cool.
And that's what most people say, like, oh, man, I'm going. But then eventually, you got to like Platteville.
I like the people. I'm not somebody who is about like a place. I'm more about people specifically. I can be anywhere as long as I have my people with me. Like America is not really the best place for Nigerians and Nigerian music and Nigerian vibes.
Yeah.
But I have family in Boston. So they just stay, and I have people here too.
Yeah.
So it makes it bearable.
It's about the people. Really,
Yeah.
Because it's about the relationship, the connections, the memories you make with people. Places. The people
Places
make
are
the
places.
places,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
And some people be like, oh, they'll come to Milwaukee's boring. I'll be like, no, I think it's you. I haven't met people.
How about no, Milwaukee's boring, Sha.
What?
Wisconsin.
I'm just saying,
Wisconsin.
if
is
you have
there.
to go to the most popping city to catch vibes,
Okay, no, yeah, you should be able to be
you
your own
should have some
environment.
fun
Yeah.
with the people you have around you. And
But some people aren't like that. So
some people have to go to the hottest epicenter of everything to get.
But imagine being able to have vibe by yourself, then you go to a place where the vibe is just mad on its own. That's just times 2.
Exponential.
Exponential. LA, you'll see me soon.
For real?
One day. Let me blow first. let me just blow small. You feel me? Let me blow more than I've already blown. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I'm experiencing right now, and I'm sure artists and comedians and people that are celebrities now, they went through the same thing. I'm seeing a lot of people that are my friends and my peers that are doing great things.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this now, so that I can catch all of you now. So that I can catch all of you now. So I can be like, yeah, I interviewed SNT Louis back in the day, you know? So, like, I have a friend doing MMA. He's starting his professional career.
Sadek.
Yeah, Sadek.
That guy is a fight.
You know, I have you, Brian, doing music. You know, even back in Nigeria too, a girl that went to the same church. She has Netflix movies now. She's an actor. She's doing good things. So it's like, is that how it is? That you just, the people you relate with, and you see all of you doing good things, and eventually, because that's the thing, once you walk, and you're one of the people that motivated me to actually start this. You know, remember the day I came to your house and I just sat down, the monk pose. I
didn't have any furniture in my house at the time.
I just like sat down, crossed my hands, like, yo, T.I., okay, then let me give you the rundown. I just gave it, and what the things you told me back, and I was like, nah, I think I've run out of excuses. Like, I saw you pushing your music, and I saw the way you were going about it. Like he said, he didn't have furniture in his house, but he was still pushing music. And I was like, nah, it's no excuses. I have mics, I have mixes, I have my computer, I have everything I could use. So what am I doing? So, like, the fact that we can motivate each other is invaluable to me, and I appreciate you for that, man.
Man, thank you so much, man. Honestly, bro, like, come on, seeing like all of this, like, bro,
yeah.
It just reminded me, like, yo, T.I., get back to work.
Let's
get
go,
back to work.
So
I was so excited when you invited me for this. I was like, hey.
Yo, my friend would be like, yo, Joshua, me next. But I'm like, yeah. I need to map it out precisely, target, you know, people, and eventually there's so many people that I'm going to invite on the pod, and it's going to be great experiences.
Only way is up, man. Only way is up.
Only way is up. Now, you did mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
In Platteville, but take us back to where this all started from. Where did this, you as a person, as an individual, doing serious stuff on one side, by serious stuff I mean like academic
science,
achieving. This guy was a top student. Don't joke. You know, academic stuff on one side, then also finding the time and the passion to do your music. Like that to me, there has to be some history to it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Take us down memory lane as far back as you want to go.
Oh, that's a long story.
Okay, take us back to whichever one. If you start getting long, I'll cut it off.
Okay, yeah. This is true.
Because I want to know. Where did this all start from?
God, man. I've spoken to myself so many times. I've never had to explain like
Really?
the story. Yeah, because I've not really like. I don't know. I've just never had to like explain where I'm coming from to someone, and it's not really something that I think about when it's. But every time I look back to reflect on things that on like myself and my journey so far and where I am right now, I like to look back and specifically, I can't say I specifically remember a time when this just happened, but what I remember the memories I remember are the ones that were influenced by the people who helped me discover the things.
Back to people
that were so that were important to me. So for example, something like I'm a writer. Storytelling, writing stories and things like that.
You have your medium that I told
and I'm working on my book too. Like it's gonna take a little bit longer, but
book, music, bro.
Bro. But don't make me blush.
Brush, my nigga, brush.
But I remember like I used to hate church. So every single time I go to church, I loved praise and worship because it was music. They were just clapping and dancing. But the minute I sit down and start hearing the pastor talk, I start sleeping. And my mom she was this avid church goer. So when she sees me sleeping, she used to have one kind of dark, like side eye that she give me. That I used to put my mom.
Reset.
So I started trying to find ways to ignore church but stay awake. So once the pastor starts preaching, my head is already somewhere else. And I just started making stories from there. Wow. Then I met friends in primary school who were like, they were drawing comics, but I didn't know where they were getting the inspiration for their comics from. So I wanted to go and write my own comics, but so I just went and I started drawing whatever. And they sort of like, some of them liked my stuff. I mean, we're kids. Whatever you draw, everybody's just like, this is nice. But my stuff was really bloody as a child.
Damn.
Because I used to love violence. Like, I used to love seeing, like, violence, stuff like that. So,
wow.
What's the word? Not like I'm a violent person. I beg. Peace, joy, love, blessings, all of that. But, eventually, like, I started I got into watching anime and things like that. Then I started trying to I take out pages from my book and start cutting them up to make action figures, to make stories. Then eventually I really got into watching movies. My sister was actually, my elder sister, may her soul rest in peace. Her birthday was just yesterday, actually.
Oh, man.
So, she really got me into a lot of, the way we bonded was we always watch movies. I watch horror movies. I think that's also why I also like the violence too, because I was just watch a lot of horror movies, action movies, different things. Then she was also the person who made me focus on music or get interested in music, because one day she was just like, I never used to play. I don't even remember what music sounded like until she told me, try and just like listen to a song and see if you like it. And the first song she showed me was Good Life by, is it T-Pain or Kanye West and T-Pain? You can have whatever. Is it? No, I don't remember what it is. But it's like the music video is black and white with words always being there. Since then, I don't know. It was like once I just started paying attention to music, started paying attention to stories, something just clicked inside. Music. Like, man, these two things, these two like stories, music, art. It's like this is nice. This is really nice. And I just started getting more involved in it. I started writing. My mom told me she was a writer. She used to write when she was in high school. So that made me like more interested in like teaching myself to write.
Yeah.
The music, because my sister loved music. She was always like listening to different songs. So me too. I also started trying to get into it. Then my sister was really into fitness. She was all about like like improve yourself. Yeah, that was she was really about improvement, self-improvement, and focusing on like doing the things you want to do, because we grew up in a home where there was a lot of discipline, and Nigerian parents now, you can't just deviate from they've told you what to do.
Yeah, that's doing medicine or engineering.
Bro, like and I have to say thank God for my mom, because when I was young, she made sure that when I was in school, she made sure that I focused on the work of school. When I had exams, my mother would wake me up. When I had exams, no matter how much I had to study, because by 12, my mother would wake me up in the middle of the night. The whole week of the exam, if I have like 8 subjects today, 12 a.m. that morning,
revise,
enter my toilet, enter the bathroom, close the door, read this whole page. Like, I should have already studied though.
Yeah,
but go through this whole
revise,
page. Come outside after. I'll give you some time. Come outside. I'll ask you questions. You must get everything correct.
Damn.
You fail it, go back inside there and study. And that thing really, it's built a mindset, because then when I eventually started going to secondary school, uni, I started like...
It became a routine.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I need to study. And it was like, and I didn't need, because of how she did it, I didn't need to go and study with somebody. I actually, nowadays, I do things on my own. Like, I go find this quiet space.
Yeah, there's
like
some
the
things
bathroom.
that you just have to do yourself.
Yeah.
Really things that involve growth.
Oh, bro.
Really things that involve growth and leaving your comfort zone to the next level, whatever that is. It's usually a solo. You might have people around you that are influencing and motivating you, but the action of it is it's solitary. You have to do the work yourself.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of. It takes a lot growth, and not just in like career. I feel like everything. It takes a lot of. You need to take a lot of personal, prayerful time and reflect on look at yourself. It takes a lot of honesty, fairness, and I'm just going to say this for anybody who's listening, because I always used to have an issue about I still have an issue about it. Like,
what?
I'm very, very hard. I used to be very, very hard on myself, and I still feel like I am. Okay. And it's very like, you can't grow. You can grow if you can, as long as you're doing what you need to. You're focused on getting better. You will grow. Yeah. But being hard on yourself makes it more painful. Like, it doesn't change the fact that you will grow, but just being hard on yourself, it makes it a much more painful process. Because I grew up all the way till, I want to say, my second year in Plattsville or third year in Plattsville. Yeah. I was always very difficult I was always like hard on myself. Even when I did well, I would always be hard on myself. And I've seen how, thank God for the people in my life that helped me see that, helped me understand, deal with like personal issues that give me more like acceptance, comfort to look at myself and like understand that I don't need to be hard on myself. Because the thing is, when you're hard, how you treat yourself is how you treat other people. If you can't treat yourself with kindness, no matter how much you try, you will eventually start treating people like very badly.
Yeah.
And I've even seen now, like, it's so good. Like, being kind to yourself doesn't change kindness doesn't change your
the thing about
quality of your work.
Doing it to yourself is, for example, me, right? Mm-hmm. I can go broke to help someone else. Let me explain. Like, because it's me.
Yeah.
You know, let's say I have 200 to spare. And for me, that 200 is just for food. It's just for nothing, right? Yeah. And then say someone comes to me and be like, yo, I need 150 to register for this thing that is like, I can't miss it. I don't have the money. I need help. I can be like, my 200 is just, I just wanted to, but you really need this thing. I'll just do the quick math in my head of like, okay, if I give this person the whole 150, maybe I wanted to have 3 square meal per day for the next 1 week. I'll be fine on one. All right. Can I survive? Sure. What will it take? Just a week. I'll be all right next week. All right, take. And I'll just go. I've done that multiple times. So I don't know if that's being hard on yourself but because to bring it back to the point, I think people get hard on themselves because it's themselves, you know? Like some people, right? They can do themselves more harm than they would like to do others because it's themselves.
I don't believe that.
Okay, take for example, right? Fighters. I'm sure fighters do this a lot. Fighters are most fighters are very calm, loving, friendly people.
Yeah.
But they beat themselves up and that is just specific to fighting because you have to train. But I think people do that. For example, you know, pushing yourself harder than anybody else, harder than you would even push someone else.
Yeah.
I think we get lost in that I don't know. Maybe it's just, because to me, I know that I could push, and I could push myself other than I would push anybody else, because I know me. It's me. I won't push myself to harm or to where I'm, suffering or anything. But the standard I require from myself is higher than what I require from anybody else.
First, that makes sense. Because
So with that standard, then it could be, okay, what am I trying to achieve? It's just like, for example, saving. If you have, okay, I want to save this much money by this time to buy this thing, you'd stop doing what you don't need to do.
True.
But you won't tell someone else to do that. So to be like, oh no, you need to stop doing it, you need to stop. You'd be like, okay, that's
obviously you don't want to tell people what they should do.
Well, maybe that is why some people can get lost in the being so hard on themselves to the point where it becomes pretty bad.
Love yourself, oh.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Don't go and look for love somewhere else.
And I think there's also a line between being disciplined and focused and chasing that goal, where you need to. Being disciplined is you do things that you're not, come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But there's a line between that and then telling yourself, oh, you're a failure because you failed an exam.
Yeah. Or just because you messed up in doing something.
But just because you messed up. There is a line between that, like beating yourself up or telling yourself negative things just because you want to get somewhere, because you didn't achieve something.
Honestly, man, you can beat yourself up, just don't get used to it. Like, if you beat yourself up, cool, like, oh, I didn't do this thing, I messed up. Don't so like, that's for, well, I don't like telling people what to do. Yeah. But for me, like, I let myself, if I do something and it's really disappointing and I'm very angry, I let myself say exactly how I feel. Yeah. Like, I messed up. I thought that I could do this better. I thought that this and this. This was my fault and stuff like that. And I found out after I do that, I let myself feel the painful emotions, as painful as they are. I'm still the person that picks myself up and says, but you tried your best. Yeah. You are this good. You can do this. Keep going. You're Superman. That kind of feel. That's on the chest.
It's a balance, there's a Yoruba adage that, like the mother spanks the kid with the left hand and then she comforts him with the right hand. One of the two. And it's like, in the animal kingdom too, the same teeth that the mother used to bite and attack is the same teeth the mother used to play with the cubs.
Yeah.
Just the balance, So, you want to continue the story?
Oh, yeah. So,
sister...
Yeah, so like I really got into like doing things, and once I got into it, it wasn't like, oh, I need to really focus on this. It just clicked. Like, okay, I'll do this. Obviously, it wasn't like every single day because I was a kid, man. I catch cruise.
But you liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. Can I swear on this?
And it's going on YouTube, and every adult is an adult stuff. So
I loved it. Okay, man. Like. I really got into it, and I got into fitness because of my sister, and I started
check out his IG, yo.
Oh, muscle day.
You kept intimidating me.
Muscle day. But I really got into fitness because of my sister, and I got into all of these things, and she was very good.
Sounds amazing.
She was an amazing person. She was an amazing. I don't know.
That's it.
I can't. Priceless, man. Her value in my life was was priceless. She is. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't. The only thing I'd be doing would be engineering, and I wouldn't have known that like there are things that I love more than just being smart, because that's all just. Or I wouldn't have known that like there are things
other things that you could do.
Yeah, because for me, doing things like school is like, it's plug and play. You get the information, you give the information.
Yep.
You don't even understanding it is a completely different thing. That helps if you are, but you understand things better if you are interested in them.
Yep.
I've never really been interested in school. I've just been interested in getting good grades. So I knew like
that's the formula, kids. There's a difference.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. There's a very, very big difference between like having interest in something and like just wanting to get it done.
Yeah.
So as I grew up, obviously my sister went to secondary school. I'm in primary school. I'm going to secondary school by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I started like paying more attention to the things that I wanted to do. Even though I was going to school, trying to pass classes. My mom, mom said this boy must not be a failure. She got me lesson teachers every single time. She made sure that like I was studying. Her focus was just.
There were some things that I feel like are just constant across. I think in Nigeria, if you're a middle class above, there's even maybe what is below middle class is not the bottom. Whatever that
Sakpa lights. Sakpa lights. Giant Sakpa.
So wherever, like, some things are just constant. After school lesson, lesson
bro. And my lesson teacher was bad. That guy.
You would think we were all practicing to go to one international competition, bro.
No, but that's what it's like, man. That's what it is. Because you hear about all these kids that are playing chess in like.
And I can still remember when I would be playing game or doing something at home and my lesson teacher would be walking into the house. Just like,
guy.
There'll be that 5 minutes of just depression and then just get in the mood. 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever the time is, let's do this.
I used to see our apartments at the time.
Yeah.
We used to be able to see people like the parking lot.
Yeah.
So I'd see when the taxi comes in, and I'd see the lesson. And as I see the lesson teacher step out of the this thing. If I haven't done my assignment, because I know they are flogging me in school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even if I've done my assignment, I'm just like, but this guy is about to just come and teach me. Yeah, it's just stressful.
Yeah.
But yeah, went to school. I continued. Then my first semester, my first school was my first environment completely out of home and with
Here?
No, I mean secondary school.
Yeah.
And I remember I did our first like social nights. They're like, okay, let's just one voice perform. So I was like, yeah, I wanted to rap. So me and one guy we came outside and I was like, I just wanted to rap.
Yeah.
And remember my bars were so weak. So I don't remember what I said, but I know I said something. The guy's name was Kamsi that I was rapping with.
Oh, okay.
And this guy rapped and people were loving him. Me, I just came. I don't remember. I said something about like, it's T.I. and Kamsi rapping on social nights. My bro, my setmates cruised me for that. They still cruise me till now. All my guys, that were in secondary school, they still make fun of the fact that I did that. But that really affected me, because I was like, it really made like at the time just one. It really like, because I wasn't used to
the feedback.
Yeah, like I wasn't like it was art. Yeah. I don't know what negative. I don't know what criticism. I didn't know what criticism was. I'm just making art. Anything that is good. Time and all these guys are casting me, bro. Someone was paying for. I said, "Mom, I don't want to do it too. I don't want to do this thing again." Then like just 2, just 3. I don't know. Just 2. I think one other rapper from like one other guy that was also in music. He came and he became my best friend, and he gave me like the confidence. Toby Grimmer Grims. He gave me he gave me the confidence to like, bro, like try this thing again. Cause him too, he was rapping.
He was probably looking for someone else to be like, yo, let's do this.
Bro,
I don't want to be solo.
Bro. And I love that guy so much. So because of him, we got back. Like I got back into it. And when I go back
to people, guys,
bro, people.
I'll be noting out the different times people is a theme in the story.
People is a theme in life because you can't do life on your own. Life is an individual journey, but more people, bro. So like I got into it. I started like I got more into manga because my roommates at the time were also into secondary school kids now, so everybody loved Naruto, and me too. I never used to go out much, so I always used to watch Naruto back then and stuff like that. So as I was growing up, I was still doing school because that's what my mom taught me. Mm-hmm. But every opportunity, I've always been about 3 things that have been like personal interest in me: fitness, music, stories. That's all I've always wanted. I've always been in, and I've always tried to form my own goals, specifically what I want in all of those things. Like I always used to tell my sister,
Yeah.
I want to have washboard abs. Like I want to have those like type of abs that like when you're a beach guy, and I have them. I'm they are hot.
This guy is not humble as
I have them, Oshu. I work for the team. I worked for the team. But
I want to appreciate the fact that you were able to somewhat find yourself pretty early. Well, if you consider that early, I mean, by find myself, I mean you were able to almost nail down your interests pretty early. Because you've been doing fitness, music, and stories for a long time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because you were able to nail down that, okay, these are the things that I love.
Yeah,
and you've been doing that for a while.
To me, it didn't feel like, oh, I just knew. It felt like, it feels like second nature. So it didn't feel like, oh, I found this thing. That's what I wanted to, it felt like, oh, okay, I'm just going to
know that, and I appreciate that because it's tough. Like me, I will give you an example, which I still do a little bit of it, but not as much as I think if I'd focus on art and like drawing, if I'd focused on it, zeroed on it, I would have been a big artist today.
I don't doubt it.
Yo, in primary school, I had those higher education, the hardcover.
Yeah.
From cover to cover was just drawing on every page. There was one that I could never forget. My dad was sleeping on the couch one time, and I just opened the book, drew him to likeness.
Oh wow!
At a very young age, so I was that good with, and even when I was in Yaba Tech, even till now when I came here too, I've always done artistic things, creative things. Even today, anything that has to do with design, that's where I want to be. But it has evolved. It has, I still design logos and design random stuff.
Yeah.
Even the painting of me on the side that I use on all my stuff, I drew that on my phone in class one day. So now I just do it as an hobby.
Yeah.
But I feel if I had zeroed in it and just be like drawing, arting, creating is what I did, it would have been big for me. But it's just an hobby today.
I mean, as long as you're doing it, because I mean,
that's something to appreciate that fitness, art, music, and stories that you were able to kind of find it early.
Yeah, shout out my sister.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jemima.
Yeah. Shout out Jemima.
Pagentino.
Bless you.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just over time I realized that like I started trying to do music in school, record, put out little things, but obviously I was in school. Confidence, honestly, self-confidence, self-belief, all of those things. I had the talents. It was always there. But all the other things that I would have liked, that I needed, or I say a lot of the other things that I have now that I'm working on now, I didn't have them there. Then all I had was just the talent. I didn't even have the belief. I just had the talent. So I just kept doing it because it was second nature. Yeah. But to have faith in myself to like, oh, this is something I'm going to do, this is something I can do, that took and it's still taking a while to like get into like, because you just keep growing and you keep learning.
Because we hear of the huge artists today that they still have, like they have to remind themselves that
this is me, this is what I want to do and stuff like that. And I'm very happy about that because it showed me, now that I'm doing this, it showed me that regardless of whether this thing is career, anything at all, whether I'm living off of it or not, I'm going to continue doing this thing. Yeah. Because I've done, when I've been depressed, when I've been sad, no matter like the feeling, I'm doing these things. I'm working on these things alone with people. My focus is this thing. So like, my focus are these things. So getting at a point, it's like, I just started looking at it like, it's possible for me to, these things that I'm interested in, it's possible for me to live off of it.
Yeah, make a career.
I can. And the way I see it, engineering is cool. The money is nice.
Engineering is fire, man.
But there's no comparison to the amount of money I can make as between as an engineer and as an artist. Yeah. I'm like, and I love this. This is literally my life. so I can live off of this.
Yeah.
Why don't I just do it? And when I started asking myself that question, I realized that the main reason why I wasn't doing it is because of fear, because of issues because of lack of self-belief and because of things like that. It's not because of lack of talent. Because even when I never had any dream of going out there and putting music out. I was still, even without beat, I'd still record myself freestyling.
Yeah.
I'd still be working on stories. So why don't I just, but like, obviously, I need to have faith in myself. This isn't, as much as it's fun and it's nice, this is hard work. This is like,
there's no doubt.
Like,
there is no doubt.
This is hard work.
Yeah.
And I guess that's something that I was always afraid of, because like, man, I'm smart enough to just do this. And truthfully, I always felt like, I'm smart enough to just put effort into this engineering thing and do it, but realize that you can't escape hard work. Engineering just felt like which it isn't. It felt like it would be easier to do because all I have to do is plug and play.
Nope.
But when you're doing something like that and you don't have you're not passionate for it, the work becomes 50 times harder. Then something that even seems like it might be harder work, if you love it, it feels so much easier.
Yeah.
Even if, so in the end, it's just, bro, I just kept on, should I just give up the story? I just kept on doing, I kept on doing everything up to, truthfully, I don't know how to explain this. I just know how it started, and I know that I've just continued living my life. It doesn't feel like and something I've noticed from shows, people, and everything at all is that you're going, as long as you either keep doing something continuously at a high level, whatever thing you do for work, as long as you keep doing it, the level at which you do it will continue to increase.
True.
So the more you continue to work on yourself, the better you get. The work doesn't stop.
True.
But you become a better person. The more I continued with music, whether noticing it or not. I've gotten to a point where like now I'm trying to do it professionally.
Yeah.
But now the effort is conscious, it's intentional. Same thing with everything else.
I like what you said, that if you stay at something and you keep working at something, you will get better at it.
Yeah.
By the way, usually people with jobs, if you're at a job and you're doing the same thing and you don't feel like you're getting better, I think that's a good sign. That's a good tell that you need to be somewhere else. Yeah.
I feel like I feel like it's a good tell that you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Because everything in life,
you need to get better.
Yeah, for me, in my life, everything is preference. What I want.
Even before we started this, I was telling you that my experience from episode 1 last month versus now in recording, in editing, in doing everything, I've learned a lot within like a month maybe.
Oh yeah.
And I can't even imagine if I keep at this for a year.
Yeah.
The level I will be at a year.
God, this is mad. This is mad.
Appreciate it, man.
Sure?
Yeah. Man, I think this is a good time to take a break, because next time I want to ask you about, because I know there are people also that are with a similar experience in doing their passion and doing the schooling. You've done it. You've conquered it. I want you to give us some experience about it. And then also, now that you're actually working as an engineer, you're still doing your music.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear about that after a break. We're going to take a break here. We're back, and I still with SNT Louis.
Balenciaga on top. On God. What's up, my people? We're back here at Niger Conversations with Afolabi.
Yeah, man. So I want you to tell me, or just take us through how was it doing mechanical engineering? Because that's one of the toughest engineering. You know me, I did the toughest one.
I'll show you now. Every electrical engineer, every single electrical engineer believes that they are doing the toughest one. All of them.
I mean, I can take a poll and send it out. You can do it too. And we'll see what comes back. If you get my If you get mad, we'll try them. You send the poll out, I send the poll out, then we collect the result and see.
I'm like engineering. It's hard all through.
But you were doing a very difficult program.
Yeah.
In a very good engineering school, very practical based.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It was tough. Not even joking.
Shit place, excellent education.
Yeah, how did you shuffle Platteville, mechanical engineering, and your music?
Well,
was it even a challenge for you? Or how did you navigate? How did you manage it?
Like I said, I don't really remember what specific time, like based on memories.
Yeah.
But I know there was a point when I was in. It was either I was graduating from secondary school or I was in the UK for my foundation program, and because what I wanted to do at first was be an astronaut. I didn't want to do engineering.
Same.
But because of I wear glasses. And my doctor at the time, I don't know whether it was right or wrong. If it was wrong, go punish him because he changed my life. But he said, based on my glasses, like based on my vision, I can't be an astronaut.
For real?
Yeah, and I can't be a pilot. I was like, okay, if I can't be an astronaut and I can't be a pilot, I'm not going to settle for anything else. But I'm smart enough. I was like, okay, but I'm smart enough to be an astronaut or a pilot because I'm good at science subjects.
Did you actually ever check that?
No, I didn't. I was trying to just tell me. The doctor just told me. I said, yeah, sure. I don't know. So once he told me, I was like, I don't know. So let me just do aerospace engineering. Then I went and I did aerospace and I did foundation program and I realized, oh my bro, I don't want to settle for building the stuff for people to do things I wanted to do. So, and I knew I was interested in music and art. So, like I said, I don't remember what point.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and I saw that I can do engineering, mechanical. If I do mechanical, if I do choose to, instead of specializing in something like aerospace, if I specialize in something like mechanical engineering where I can be in any field at all as an engineer because they can put me in, which is a good thing. I'm working in an electrical company right now. Yeah. It can help me because I was very honest with myself. I don't have right now at that point, I don't remember when, at that point in the moment, I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the self-belief. I didn't have the work ethic to do something like that. Wow. I didn't have the focus, but I had the talent. So, but I knew this engineering thing, I can do it. So what was in my head was, become an engineer, go through this journey, get the money to like work as an engineer, you can fund doing your music, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Wow. So like when I getting into school, that was it. That was what I said for myself. That was just the year. So getting in school is like, okay, I know why I'm here. I know exactly what I'm here for. Like I never even used to come out for things when I was in Platteville.
That's such a focus. That's such a narrow focus on your goal, man.
I don't know whether it was my dad or my mom, but I think it was both or my sister. But I believe you shouldn't if you want to get something. Yeah. In my opinion, if you want to get something, go and just get exactly what you like. When you get if you're entering into a place to get a specific meal and you already know what you want, you can. If you're entering inside, even if there are other things that are nice, get exactly what you want first. You can add other things, but make sure that what you want to get is the most. When I got to Platteville, I met you that first time when I got there. You told me, "Oh, you have to." I remember you told me chemistry for engineers is hard. Many people feel. You told me I have to. If I don't, that first test that they will see if they want to put you in Calquan or a class under Calquan, that you have to do it. Like you should make sure you get that. Yeah. I went back. I was like, okay, all right. And thank you for that, because that really helped. That set me. That helped me so much.
And that's one thing about. So when I got to Platteville, the orientation, there were people that were very helpful there, but most of them, if not all of them, that did my orientation, none of them were international students, if I remember correctly. So there were things that international students needed to know that I had to figure out myself, because I can just figure stuff out. I ask a lot of questions. I'll go, I don't care. So when I got all those things, I was like, oh. So I said I did orientation my second semester till I graduated. I was at the orientation because
That's why they need people
need to know this.
I know more. Yeah.
I was like, yo, once you come in, you don't want to waste time. My own thing was, there's no time to waste. There are these things you need to figure out. I was like, yo, you're going to do an exam in the beginning. If you fail the math exam, you will waste like maybe 1 semester to 2 semesters.
And that's time you don't want to waste, because it is very possible that you will fail certain classes and you will have to repeat them.
But I'm like, yo, this entry exam, you got to pass it. You got to study. This is what you need to study for. Pass that exam. Pass that exam. Boom. Now you can go straight to engineering and stuff.
And that helped prepare me for how hard things. Because it's one thing to say, oh, I'm going to get this degree in engineering so that I can help fund pushing music. You don't know how hard it is to get there. I didn't know, like, oh, it is difficult to. Christ, I was sweating. Jesus Christ. I went through a lot in Plattsville because I wanted to get this degree.
Yeah.
And going in, I got in that first semester and I saw, after doing that, you explained that chemistry for engineering, because of the fact that I didn't even know. But once you told me chemistry for engineers is hard, I was like, it's 4 hours every day, study.
And the thing is, it's either you do the 1 5-credit chem for engineers, or you do a two semester worth 3 credit and a 2 chemistry.
That one is, and that one waste time.
Who get time to do 2 chemistry classes spread out into semesters?
Yeah,
just take one.
Like, even if it's harder, I can do it. So I might as well just do it.
Chem for engineers, it's not like it's crazy. It's still chemistry. It's just packed. Is why it's difficult. It's just a lot of information.
All these things.
So it's still the same chemistry that we did in secondary school.
Yeah.
So it's mostly not new information. It's just packed. Is why it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
And I've met. I want to say I really thank God for like the type of people I've met in my journey, because I've met a lot of people that I've seen what it means, like or the effect it has on them when they focus or when they work out at something. Before I came to Plattsville, there was this guy called Giuliano. He was the smartest in our foundation year. And I didn't understand how, but he explained that every single weekend he just reads the textbook. All the textbooks they give him. I was like, and that did not even make sense to me, because there's no way I'm going to do that. I'm not that.
Me of one guy in math, no? that advanced math book, J.K. Klaus. So Klaus something. The guy used to read it like it was a novel. I was like, you're different.
How you could just be? How you just be? You just be reading the thing anyhow.
Yeah, but
maths, bro, you just be reading it. Numbers.
Yeah.
But then came here. I started like doing engineering first semester by myself, trying to push everything. Cleared the semester, dean's list. I was like, excellent.
Even me, I didn't get on that list, but God did. I was like, Tia is on this list. We're winning.
Everybody wins.
You're on that list. Let's go.
Met my friends, continued. Some of my friends in Boston and places like that. Continued, came back. I think that was when I met Brian. I met Brian. Brian and I, we never really, but I met Izundu. And Izundu really helped me, like, understand. I don't know what the word to use.
Yeah, I would understand Izundu.
Exactly. I don't understand, but
I understand.
I met this guy Izundu, and he was very, like, on his own pee. Like, he was on his own thing.
You see, Izundu was one of those guys that it was not even a joke at that point. It was like, you can't reach Izundu. Yeah, that's normal.
That's what if you should expect yourself not to be able to reach him. Like how come you can reach this guy and we can't reach this guy?
You can't reach Izundu. That's normal.
And he was so to himself.
Yo.
And the thing is, he was so to himself. And when I came, that was the first time I had met somebody who he gave no shits about this school, about the education, about everything. But he knew he was smart and knew he could do it.
Yeah.
And he didn't care about anybody else's opinion. So he was just always on his own pee, doing his own thing. Even when we lived together, this guy was on his own pee, doing his own thing. And when I saw him, and I saw qualities in him that were like, that were just so amazing to me. I was like, nah, you and I. I'm set. Let me just.
Yeah. I was like, as long as it's fine, is well being is good, is all right. That's all. Like,
yeah, man.
Because you want to do, because I, international club events and all that stuff. I'll be like, yo, I need to get over in Nigerian here so that we can get this scholarship and all these things.
You're not getting his own do. VVVIP. That's what I'm But yeah. So going through college and all of that, I met a lot of people. I met Chinedu. Yeah. I met there was Brian. Then, but specifically, Izundu specifically, because I know it was one like I said, it's one thing to know exactly what I was coming in there to do. Yeah, but doing it itself was actually very hard. Yeah. And Plattsville is a very lonely place, especially as an international student.
It's very lonely.
Yeah,
very lonely experience. But you need to start socializing.
As a Nigerian, you come to somebody, you come to a place, to a country where first of all, your first identity isn't Nigerian. Your identity is black. Yep. Where you go to, and you're coming from a place where black is not my identity. Where I'm from is my identity. You ask me, when they ask me, they don't look at me as per, oh, you're black. They look at me as per, guy, because they don't know. Yeah. Where are you from? I'm from River State. I'm from Adamawa State. That kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, you just look at you and like, oh, you're black. And you come into a place where you're already like in that category. Then you're in a school that is PWI, predominantly white institution. Yeah. And you don't even see the people that are described as black. But then the people you see that are described as black are African Americans who don't even consider you black. They consider you as African. Yeah. So, which you are. Yeah. But like, so it's confusing.
Social dynamic.
Yeah. So, and then you're in this kind of situation where, one, you don't feel like you have a society. Yep. So you're on your own completely. You feel completely isolated. Even if you can, PWI, you can't see many black people. No. But even if you see them, they don't you feel
like there's something.
You're still isolated.
You're just trying to go about your business for the most part too.
And it's like, okay, cool. For me, I'm very used to isolation, but this was a new place because first of all, this place is cold. And I've never been here. I've never been to America before in my life. I've been to the UK, but I've never been to America before. Yeah. So it's just all of these things are coming here to hit me, and I don't understand. Like I'm trying to hit my goals, but I also want to live my life. I have things that I'm interested in. There are these issues that I don't understand and I can't wrap my head around. And it's slowly started, because when you deal with, it slowly started bringing up past issues for me. Because obviously, when you deal with something, how you deal with yourself shows. True. And because these things I don't understand them, trying to manage it. Me, I'm not even I'm always tough on myself. So how I'm even dealing with these things, I'm not dealing with them in a nice way. And the one bit of kindness I remember was, I never used to talk to people. I never talk about what's bothering me. Yeah. But it was Izundu just telling me, yo, my room. The first time he met me or second time he met me, yo, my room is always open. My PS4 is here. Whenever, even if I'm not here, whenever I feel like, step inside and use it. Damn. And I loved games. I loved that thing. It's really, because it really helped. It helped. It changed.
Can you imagine
every single thing for me.
Giving someone access to your.
Yeah, man. Because I dealt with a lot of depression in Platteville. It was a very. My memory of Platteville is not a positive one for the experience of the place. The people, the guys that are my friends that I was close with, good. But my own personal experience, individual experience with Platteville, I had to rep that place. I hated it. Wow. But just having that space, I'd go to classes, I'd feel like crying, I'd finish exams, I'd feel like, even if I passed or anything, this when it would just be hard for me, and I just feel like breaking down. And I just know, because I didn't have a PS4 with me or anything, I can just go to his Zundu's room. I don't even have to talk.
Just walking.
Bro, that's the beautiful thing about it.
You don't want the best person to do that. But like, if you come into my space, I want to be like, guy, how far?
Yeah, you don't even know how to talk. You just step inside, guy, how far? He's just doing his thing. If he's not playing, sit there, like, bro, he was such a comfortable space. And if you wanted to talk, he would talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you don't talk to me, I'm doing my own. Like, it was such a good thing for me that, like, it really helped. Even when I was going through things, even when I had, like, stress from different areas on top of school.
Yeah.
Just the space he provided for me was so helpful. Like, he himself was a space for me to just sit back and just get free your mind.
Relax.
Don't stress yourself. And it helped me because it helped me understand how I wanted to be for myself.
Shout out to you, Zundu, man.
My G.
Wherever you are. I don't know. I've been through, but I don't know.
But yeah, man, then eventually, while in school, because I was by myself a lot, I eventually, because of how things started getting a bit easier for me, because I had a friend now, and I started working, and at my workplace, I met my boss, Beth, and she was really into, like, art, stories, and stuff like that. So I found somebody that helped push that, like, if I wanted to talk to you about these things, I can talk to you about it because you're also interested in stuff. In fact, she knows so much about writing stories, not music, but stories, so much more than me that, like, just because of how much I conversed with her, I really got into I started writing my book.
Do that.
Yeah. Then I eventually started doing music. Yeah. And all of these things were side, like, I'm still, because I used to sell shoes. I just try to do anything to make money.
Yeah.
But, like, I was slowly doing the hobbies, doing them while still chasing after school.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was still
School to me was a priority. Everything else to me personally, everything else was secondary to.
Yeah, make sure you just get
I just also those 4 years. It's not like I was isolated. I was still socially fine, but anything else that was interfering with school, even my family, they got it at the point when they stressed me to the point that I felt I was like, all right, you guys are stressing me out. Like, no, don't stress me out. So, like, we had some conflict then. I was like, nah, you guys are stressing me out. So, yeah, school to me was primary. As an international student, you can't just be like, you know what, I'm tired of this school.
You don't have that luxury.
I'm tired. Yeah, we don't have the luxury to just be like, you know what, let me drop out of this mechanical and just chase my music. No, your mom will fly here and give you one.
Your parents just look at you like, come, what do you think you're doing?
Because even you think, the money I gotta see this through.
Like, I started this thing, I have to finish it. That's literally just it. Sure. Eventually, at a point when it's music and school and writing, they started, like, affecting each other. So, like, my grades started going down, but I didn't mind because my work, like, the stuff I was doing was going up. And I was like, as long as I can. At a point, because I got in, and the annoying thing about doing other things aside from your goals is everything is, as long as it can help you, anything is good, and it can deceive, it can literally take you away from what you want to do because it looks sweet.
True.
Even if it's not what you want, it still looks sweet. Yeah, so it's like, I do this engineering thing, all of this, all of that. At the point, I stopped thinking about music.
Damn.
All of these things. But then COVID happened. Thank God. Because I was meant to work. I got an internship, my first internship working at Kohler.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
And that place was going to, as far as I'm concerned, if I had done that, then that thing would have killed any dreams I had of doing it. Because that was a much more isolated place than Plattsville. So if I was going there, I was just going there to work and learn and do. And that's what I had in mind. But because of COVID, and because COVID affected that.
Yeah, they called
I had that break period where school was done, but I was just chilling. Even when I was having school, I was just chilling in my house. So I could really focus on things I wanted to do after doing school. Yeah. And I started being more interested in doing these things. That's the point where I was like, like I started finding myself again. Like I'm back to like Tamunoimi, like that's my full name, Sha. was like, Ti, oh yeah, I'm finally waking up.
Wow.
Like it's back, and that's all it has been. Now that's what it has been since then. It has just been.
Yeah.
I just feel like, oh God, yeah, I'm actually finally being more and more of myself.
Yeah.
Like this art. So
wait, what's it? Because I know. When did you release? Oh yeah, that was
Delilah, the first song.
Yeah.
The first song I released was 3 seasons ago, 2021. Yeah.
Wow.
2020, I don't remember. Yeah, but it was the year after the COVID thing really hit. After that
makes sense.
Yeah, because once I got into it, it was like,
you're like, it's time to go.
I just started going, bro. I just started going into it, and at the time, I had saved up some money, tuition remission and things like that.
Yeah.
So I started using that to help push the music, to help do things, and I honestly just kept going because it was now more intentional.
Yeah.
Even if it was not more intentional, but no matter what, I'm still doing it. I would have still doing I was still doing it even when it wasn't intentional. So now that it was more intentional, it was like, okay, I'm still making the music. Now the thing that I'm putting intention towards is the actual hard work to put the music out, to promote it and stuff like that. And
process.
I always used to pray, and I used to tell God, if I get a job, just let me just get this job so that then I can be able to do more with the music. Graduated, got a mechanical engineer, got hired by an electrical engineering company, come and work. They paid me flexible schedule of this. I'm like, like there's no one told me like I was like the minute I got like the graduation was I had graduated like I had done the ceremony. When I just sat down and I was like, no, let the adventure begin. Let's start like let the thing just go.
Yeah.
And then since then that's just been anything I get.
I'm proud of your progress, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my progress too, I can't lie.
I'm so proud of because nothing beats your creation and your work. I've always known that. In fact, so back in Nigeria, I remember the first time I wrote code.
Yeah.
I felt like a god. I think a lot of programmers have that complex. They have to.
I mean, yeah. You're the one
Do you know what the pressure is like? You creating something out of absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And then you create this very complex thing, depending on how you want it to be, and it does whatever you want it to do. The first time I wrote a program that was this, I was like, I'm a freaking god. So like to create something, if it's art, poetry, music, film, whatever it is, creating it's creating. You are creating.
Yeah.
So that I'm proud of you, and then you also release dope music too. So it's not like you're one of those guys that release something and then you're like, well, because you're my friend, I'm going to tell you. No, your music is dope.
Thank you.
The one you just released, yesterday.
Balenciaga on top.
Matters.
2 days ago, March 17th.
2 days ago,
March 19th. Yeah, 2 days ago. Balenciaga on top.
So then,
on God.
Because you did like was it a TikTok or just a reel?
It was a real nice. I mean, it was just a video that I posted everywhere. Video.
And then you posted that video. You were being comical and funny, but I mean, it's part of the music.
I mean, yeah, I'm an entertainer now. Like I have to like.
Yo, that video was because when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I can't. Even the one too. What's the previous one? Unama. Where did you get that idea from? Because you're a funny guy.
Really?
Not like you're funny, but you're comical. If the videos you release are funny videos.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes me laugh.
Are you intentionally doing that? Do you know you're funny, or are you just catching vibe?
I honestly don't think I'm.
So you're catching vibe and just recording.
I'm honestly, truthfully, I'm doing whatever I like if I just I like making myself laugh.
Yeah.
So when I do things that I feel like, oh, this makes me laugh, this makes me smile.
Yeah.
I just like, okay, how do I make it look as good as possible?
Yeah.
That's how I go about it.
The first one, I was like, nah. And then The Money Matters, I was like, no, I can't wait. And I told you, like, the next following, I was like, yo, when is that shit? When is it coming out?
Yeah.
But that's wherever you learn that from, just keep doing that, man.
Thank you.
'Cause it works, and money matters. So, what influences your music choice? What you choose to release? What you title them? What influences the actual music that gets out?
My life. I try to speak about whatever. Well, first of all, the main thing is I try to speak about, like, make my music a mirror of my experiences. So it's like when I look at my music and I listen to my music, I can see, like, it reminds me of aspects of my life. But nowadays I've been going into more of, like, learning how to specifically make certain types of songs because I want to make certain types of songs. Right. So, but the main thing about it is, like, it's supposed art. Art imitates life, life imitates art. People say that in a lot, and you draw from your experiences, and you can draw from other people's experiences. But the one you really because the one you experience the most is yours. So, I try to, whatever is about my life, whatever I'm feeling at the moment, whatever is in my mind, like, at the moment, I'll just play a beat and I figure out, and I just let myself speak. And then it comes just, like, I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, okay, I like the way this sounds. Everything I make has to do with me. So I just make as much, and the one that sounds the best is the one I pick and I use. But then I work on that. Then I release. That's and next amazing, up. Man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fire. Cause, yo, the Antilla was the first one I heard. That was my favorite one.
You know, a lot of guys.
And then you told me that because I don't know what it was about it. I was just like, nah, I can chill to this song.
A lot of girls like Delilah.
Oh, is that the name?
No, Delilah is the song before Antilla. Yeah, a lot of girls like Delilah because I think it was a heartbreak. A lot of guys, I think it was because it was a toxic song. It was about, like, catching cruise and catching vibe. A lot of guys liked 215 Antilla.
Yeah.
Unoma, I swear, I've gotten good reactions from both sides.
It's just a cruise, catch vibe.
Money Matter, I don't know.
Money Matter is because I listened to it, I was like, the video started playing. The video started playing in my head. Even Unoma, I played it to my wife, and she was like, wait. I was like, that's Tia. I was like, yeah, for real. Like, sure. I'm proud of my guy.
Thank you. Omo, we keep pushing.
Yeah, man.
Anything.
So, when are you going to start performing now? Live? And events? And because I want to go to No Studios, TI performing St. Louis tonight. Do you have plans of that happening anytime soon? Or
I don't per se have plans.
Works?
I don't per se.
Or you just haven't had the opportunity? Because I'm connected.
I'm if you want to connect me, but like
for real?
Yeah.
If someone invites you to play somewhere, you would go?
Oh yeah, perform. Sure. It's inevitable now. It has to happen. It's not
because I didn't know if you would just be like, okay, no, let me put some stuff out first, then I can start performing at this time, or.
I mean, I feel that's going to be that's just a result. The work of the musician is to drop the music, put the music out. It's inevitable. Because
I'm not gonna lie. I'll hit up Jide and tell him you could perform at the next Afro Vibes. March 24th.
I'm down. I mean, it's 4 songs I have out now, but like
I'm not even kidding. I mean, I don't know the logistics and what we need to happen, but I'll hit him up and say, oh, Jide, check out St. Louis. Is down to perform. I'm
down to perform anywhere. It's my music, man. Like anybody wants me to come here and sing the shit I've made for them. The stuff I've made. Yeah, definitely. I'm down to perform
because people have performed there.
Yeah.
And
I have no choice. Like it's as long as I'm putting the music out.
Yeah.
All these things. I don't specifically have when it's time to start them. When they come closer.
Yeah.
I know like what the end goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Then I know what the next step I need to take is the rest of the ones in between. I don't worry about it. That one I just leave it to God, because I want to focus on the specific next step.
Yeah.
Because I find out as I'm working on that next step, even if I start working on it and I don't know what the next step after that is, while working on that or immediately after finishing that, the next step shows itself.
Wow.
It's like playing a game. You don't know what the next level is going to be. Yeah, but once you do this thing and you finish this, the next level shows up.
What you just said, because today in church, the pastor read one of my favorite passages of the Bible.
Yeah.
He actually read it twice for
emphasis.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Proverbs 3, 4, and 5. Sorry. But I think it's Proverbs 3, 5 was what's the beginning? But it's basically like, trust in the Lord in your hearts, lean not on your own understanding, acknowledge him in all your ways, and he shall direct your path. This like what you just said of like, I'm going to start doing the specific one, but I know and I trust that once I started, whatever the next step will be, I will find out.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
No, because me, I'm a planner. I like to plan stuff out, bro. If I have enough resources, I will plan the next 5 years. And I feel like sometimes that gets in my own way.
Well, my dad hates. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
My dad hates that so much about me. Like it's vexes
I can
him.
Plan, and it's not like I will plan it. I can plan fun inside and random free time. I can plan everything out. I use my Google. There was a time where even me, I was like, nah, that's too much. Because my Google calendar was full. And I was like, I only have one job. Like, where's my Google calendar? I only have one work that I do. Why is my Google calendar this full? Like in school, my calendar, I used to be on top of that. It was on my phone, everything. I used to plan everything out. So sometimes I get in my own way. And hearing that, I was like, I've kind of, dialed it back a bit. But hearing you say that of like, I do what I need to do right now. And then while I'm doing that, you trust that either the process, either your spirit, God talking to you, whatever it is, will get you to the next place that you need to be.
Yeah. Because, and it has worked like that because, for example, now I'm working at my job.
Yeah.
Because in my job, the main reason why I'm working is because I'm getting money so that I can fund my career.
Financing.
But I am spending 40 hours at work.
Yeah.
And I find that like I have no passion, no interest in this. This is just like school. But the difference is now I have this. I'm being rated on my performance. Yeah. So I can't just be like, oh, my performance can be like this. So, and then like my school, like then I'll be focusing on my music because then they will eventually decide that they want to fire me.
I mean, my guy that does MMA, he works full time too.
Yeah. And I feel like
he just went to Florida to fight on like 2 weeks notice. And I was like, why did they give? Because, he asked us one day that, when he starts fighting big fights, are we going to be able to go with him? We're like, bro, just let us know. Yeah. So this one was just short, like 2 weeks notice. I was like, nah, that's ridiculous because there's not enough time to plan to. Like, nah, that's crazy. So he works full time too, but and I think that's most people's reality because this thing's got to be financed.
Yeah, like
some way, shape,
you need money.
You need money.
You need money to do things.
Yeah. So it's either you're hustling, or you're actually working full time, or you're also doing your stuff on the side, and
it has really helped because, like you said, you're a planner. I'm not somebody who plans a lot, but because of working there, it has helped me. I've seen parts of myself that I can improve on while working there that directly can help improve my work.
Amazing.
Like for example, organization skills.
Yeah.
I'm not the best at organizing myself because I just know that no matter what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it done. Yeah. So even if it takes me, as long as, if like let's say I want to record, if I'm going to record a song today, I know I'm going to get it done today. Nothing is stopping that.
Yeah.
But I could do it now in the morning. Instead, I will sleep and I'll wait till 11 p.m. in the night. And say, okay, 1 hour left. Let me go and record.
I work best under pressure. No. You need to set your stuff.
Yeah, like, bro, set yourself up.
I work best under pressure, yeah.
And you find that, like, being organized is such a because time, you can go and make more money. You can't go and get more time.
Time.
You have once you've spent time, it's gone. So to be organization helps in like, and for me, time is what is a human being's actual currency. That's the actual money that you have. If you're able to spend, organization is learning or being able to budget your time to use your time. And once you're able to do that,
golden.
From what I've seen in specifically my father, and he's always talking about this, which is why he hates the fact that I'm not a planner. Once he organizes him, he's so good at organization that it's very difficult to catch him off guard with things that are his responsibility.
Wow.
And my career is my responsibility. Like coming out here, I've been out of school for almost a year now.
Yeah.
And it has really shown me, because I mean, you're in school, you have your parents looking out for you, even if you're doing,
you have your schedule,
all of that
set up.
It has shown me that my life is completely, like, I cannot blame a single person for anything at all. Even if I feel like someone is at fault, like for something that's to do with me, I have to look at it and see how it is my own fault. I find that like I'm responsible for how I spend my time. I can't put that on anybody else. So I have to learn how to be more organized. Now, the job that, honestly, it's stressful for me to go there, but I know I get paid. Now my mentality is, I'm excited to go, and I see it as gym for teaching, for learning how to be organized. I'm excited to go, and I don't even see it as, I'm doing the work as I'm doing the designing. I see it as, I'm teaching myself organization skills. So it's like, I'm excited to go because I'm going to learn something that I know is directly has to do with my music career.
That's how you build character too. Because you have to be like, okay, I'm doing this because I know I need this. I need that. I need to build this part of me.
Yeah.
And if it's like, you used to be someone that procrastinates a lot or do this, no, I need to build this character.
And that's where honesty comes in.
Better.
Yeah, that's exactly where honesty comes in. You just, because you have to look at yourself and know, what do you lack? What do you need? What do you need that you are lacking? And how are you going to get that?
Damn.
And because you can't escape work. No matter what you do, you can't escape work. You must work. If you don't work, you die. So you must work. I mean, honestly, you must work. You must work. So it's like, you can either choose and say you will work on yourself, or you work on other things. But you must work. You must do work.
Work is being done.
So work, whether you like it or not, you're doing work. Like, no matter what you do, you are doing work. In my opinion, even if you say you're not going to work out, you have all the money in the world, and you're not going to do any like jobs here, you still need to work on yourself, or else you will just be useless while people around you continue to grow and improve. Because I've seen how my friends, the people I relate with, I've seen the type of people they are now, and I thank God I grew up being beside this, seeing them, because seeing them do these things, it was not because of them I decided to focus on myself, but seeing them do these things helped to remind me that focus on yourself, work on yourself. If you don't do work, you're just like, you must work. Like, you're not going to grow if you don't put efforts down for something.
If you don't work,
honestly, man, you just have to work. And everybody has a different definition of what work
in the Bible,
is.
faith without work is
you can't just pray for things to happen. You can't pray.
Work
and me personally, when I speak about work, because it doesn't have to do with career at all. It has to do with you and building the type of person you want to be. That's where fitness, and you would think it's something like fitness. Fitness comes into it, but it has to do with like
work,
mentality, character, your values, the skills you want, the type of mentality you want to have, how you want to be able to respond to your own emotions, how you want to be able to like, what's the word? The type of body you want to even have. there's nothing in this life that you say, I want it. That and the most important things that your person, to me, the most important things are the things that you can't afford with money. And those are the things that are within you. The ones that nobody else can give you except yourself. Everything else you do around you is just a reflection of who you are. Everything is so. If I'm somebody who is organized, my work will be clear that it's organized.
True.
If I'm somebody who procrastinates, it will show that I'm lazy.
Yeah.
It will show that I'm lazy. If I'm somebody who is proactive and I get things done, it will show in my work. It will show in everything, but like, it has to do with me first.
Yeah.
And the main reason for doing work on yourself, the main reason why I do work on myself is because it makes me love myself more. And because it makes me love myself more, I don't look outside for love from other people. Like, I look outside for love from other people less. And that helps me focus. That helps me not have to beg for things or look for things that I can give myself from other people. And then it makes it easier to be able to give. Key. And when you fill your own cup like that, it's so easy to give it out to the people that have earned that type of love. Yeah.
So even the people that want to change the society, change the world, like, you're messed up. You need to go fix that before you try to fix.
Yeah, man. You can't help anybody if you don't help yourself.
It's the overflow from you that then spills out into the world. So, what should we expect from St. Louis now?
More music.
Yeah.
More music, more stories, more vibes, more entertainment. Obviously, more sexy content because I'm hot.
Yeah.
So you have more pictures, more truthfully, just enjoy the ride. Because this is an adventure and we're going on it's a mad cruise, and I'm finally showing the world that like they can join me on the cruise. They can join me and watch, because unfortunately they are not me. So like they can just watch. My job is
they can bear witness.
Yeah, literally. My job as an entertainer is to entertain. My job as a musician is to make people, is to give sounds that people will enjoy. My job as a storyteller, as a writer, is to give stories that will inspire. And that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm doing. And if you fuck with me, I hope I'm doing you justice. If you don't, eventually I'll convince you.
I'm gonna drop which one? IG,
everything. IG, TikTok, YouTube. I get them.
I'm dropping everything.
Even my phone number.
Bro, I'm not dropping.
Only babe, sure.
We didn't even go into romance, but I'll catch you on that one later. Another time. We'll talk about that another time.
I don't know.
Talk about more like babes. How many babes do you shuffle on a normal day? That kind of thing. And stuff like that.
I'll give you the answer now. 0. 0. I get work. I get work. My work is I'm in love with work now.
Yeah. No space for nobody. Yeah.
I know space there for babes. I can make. I can always make space for babes. Let me know, like I can always. I
thought you were like, oh no, work. I'm blind to anything.
No. Yeah, I'm blind to it, but I can make space for it. I can definitely make space for it. Sure. Well, man, but you know, before I would.
Thanks for coming on.
That's all,
I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. Thank you for inviting me.
Beautiful talking to you, man. That's an Naija conversation, and catch you on the next one.
Pow, 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 Balenciaga. You know I need my pay. You know I need my pay. You know I need my pay. Superman on the chest. Pounds and dollars. Okay, hey. I could catch a trip to Dubai, pound penny wise. I might buy 100 acres just for the vibes.